there is something about finances and about getting rich and retiring early, which I'm not necessarily like looking forward to, like retiring early. An article by the CNBC.com site or CNBC Make It, and I want to review this one because I think like, interesting. Interesting to see that having a frugal life, as they say, is not necessarily going to be leading you, or is, that being frugal is going to let you be rich in the future. Because I totally believe in that. Let's see after the intro. Let's talk about things after the intro. Yeah. Because what I think is that if you're leading a frugal life, which means that you're not gonna buy fucking bullshit, you're not gonna buy fucking bullshit that's really fucking expensive, that you don't really need. This is what I think about when I'm just thinking about a frugal life. On the other hand, which is the point that I would say to say like, okay, it is actually making sense. What they say is that first of all, being well, the article is called "It is hard to frugal your way to early retirement," says self-made millionaire who retired at 34. I don't know. You could, if you were able to just be so frugal, which means that you are going to be rich, because being rich means that you're having more money than you need. And if you're leading a very frugal life, if you just don't need anything and you're just having a lot of money left, then you're basically rich. Not any kind of society worldview shit, that you have to have like a Bugatti and a Lamborghini and 3 Audis in your fucking garage so that you count as a fucking rich person. No, not really. But yeah, and I wouldn't necessarily say that this is even a good thing. I don't want to have 5 cars. It's unnecessary. I don't need that shit. I like to have an efficient car. The thing is, I do not even want to have a Lamborghini because it's Italian. Just because, why? What's the benefit of it? Besides the fact that some people might be like, well, he's a pretty cool person because he's having a fucking Lamborghini. But I don't give a shit. At least I think I don't give a shit. I shouldn't give a shit. Let's put it like this. I shouldn't give a shit because whatever these people think, especially when it is about like, okay, he's having a cool car, which means that he's a cool person, which is complete bullshit, of course. Should I really care about what they're saying if it is like just only about just this materialistic stuff, this stuff that I might not care too much about? It is something different if you also care about that, which is also fine. If you're having the money, you should be able to just do whatever with your money. I'm not going to be like, well, maybe you shouldn't buy this and that and these and those. I do just not want to let people be insecure, which leads to them buying some bullshit just to look cooler to other people. And on the flip side, I don't want people to create debt unnecessarily for dumb shit, basically. But yeah, please check out the description. It is very important, very, very important. There's actually a section, This is the section, and here I normally talk about the description, but I've been really into my flow right now, and I do want to skip that, also because it's, a little bit boring for me and probably also for you. So please, just check out the description, which leads me to not having to do that, basically. But yeah, let's see. So it is hard to frugal your way to early retirement, says self-made millionaire who retired at 34. I do not even want to retire at age 34. What should I do my whole entire fucking life long then? What should I do? There's nothing to do then for me, nothing. What should I do if I'm not working? I don't know. Maybe this is just my passion that I'm having for just doing shit at this point in time. It might be like when I'm just in the work world that I'm gonna think about the There I'm going to think about things in a different way. But yeah, let's see what the article says. Hacking your finances, ordering water instead of cocktails, moving to a less expensive area, or hoarding grocery coupons just to save a few bucks has become a bit of an obsession among Americans, especially millennials, looking to get rich and retire early. Eating 69-cent ramen and skimming on $8 avocado toast isn't a bad idea. If you're a broke college student, once you're graduated and hit your 30s, however, it is hard to frugal your way to early retirement. I'm not quite sure. Why? Because a couple $100 isn't a life-changing amount. The graph below, which uses data from the US Bureau of Economic Analysis, shows that household savings, or whatever income people have left after their spending, has little effect on boosting wealth. The thing is, no, if you're investing all the fucking money that you're able to save over longer periods of time, you're gonna be able to just amass a certain amount of money. You are able to do so. So why not? I don't know. Why not? And there is actually a graph, they actually provide a graph, which is amazing. Where does household wealth come from? Contributions to changes in household net worth in billions. And there is a graph which shows money ranging from everything's fine. Minus 11,000 to plus 9,000. And as we can see, from 19, or is it 18? No, it's 19. Is it 19 or 18? From 1960, basically this graph is just a tiny bit bullshitty because I can't fucking read the fucking figures. Well, anyway. From 1960 to 2004, I would say there's always been growth. 3K in the very later part of this period, and just basically nothing in the very early part of this period. And then the first drop came in 2004, I guess, with minus 1,000, which is quite something. Then there's been enormous growth of plus 5,000. Then in 2009, where it's been the economic crisis, minus 11,000. And then after 2012, there's been more than 7,000. Which says market revaluation of asset prices, capital gains and losses. The yellow one is other consumer durable and blah, 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 blah. Net saving. Oh, I see. We save more. Well, I don't actually know. I don't know what this is. What this graph is trying to tell me or trying to show me. Actually gonna highlight certain things because these things are then gonna be in the summary, which is down below. Have you checked the fucking description yet? If you haven't, please do it right now. An abundance mindset can make you rich faster. In 2012, I quit my job in finance and retired at 34 with 3 million. This is working. Like 3 million isn't that much, but it wasn't penny pinching that got me there. Rather, it was a large part thanks to my abundance mindset. In the realm of abundance, everything, money, happiness, prestige, is plentiful. Does it mean whatever you're having is just enough? More importantly, those with an abundance mindset make decisions based on the big picture. They know that wealth is a byproduct of what they do with their time and also money. Whether it is investing in real estate or the stock market, working harder so they can get paid more, refinancing their mortgage, or starting a side hustle. This is all a way to just make more money, I assume. By the way, what if I just started to invest right now, and just trying to take care of, or trying to just use compound interest? The problem that I'm having with that is because this is also going to be a topic later on in this article. I don't know anything about investing. I'm not an investor, and I know that I shouldn't be investing any money into anything that I don't know shit about. and I don't know shit about the stock market. I really don't. Maybe I should just try to grasp it a tiny bit. Maybe I should try to understand it. Super savers, on the other hand, tend to adopt a scarcity mindset. They make fear-based decisions and avoid taking risks at all costs. They give into lifestyle constraints, more to cheaper cities, choose to rent instead of buy, and so on. In other words, they believe everything is limited and that extreme frugality is the only way to get rich. Well, I don't necessarily think so, even though I'm also seeing this scarcity thing and not taking risks thing in my life in general. Not only in terms of financial things, which is definitely the case for me. Like, I'm not gonna just buy anything, basically, because first of all, I don't need anything, and second of all, I do feel really comfortable with having an inconvenient life. I guess. I've never ever said it in this way, but I guess it is the case. To some degree, because most often it is the case that we're just using our money to make our lives a tiny bit more easy. In terms of like, okay, I'm going to use this electric scooter because I do not want to work, because it is more convenient to use this fucking electric scooter, even though I'm going to die a year earlier because I just don't fucking walk. I'm just joking. Like, I don't know. Like, I think like if you just don't want to walk, don't walk. It's not healthy and everybody knows that. But anyway, life is harder when you only focus on saving money. All those financial gurus who preach that ditching your $5 latte a day habit could substantially grow your wealth. Yes, it could. Because it's a fucking lot of money that's unnecessarily spent on fucking dumb ass expensive shit. And even make you a millionaire thanks to compound interest are simply wrong. Let's be realistic. You would have to forego? Is it forgot or fogo? What is forego? Is it forgo a lot of lattes and need a very high annual return to turn those dollar bill savings into 1 million. Like, it's not about getting to just a fucking million, for me at least. For me, it is about just saving money so that you can do something more smart with this money. In terms of like, okay, I'm not gonna buy this $5 latte every day, which is 5 times 7 is 35. Is it? I guess, yes. This times 4 is $100, something like that, for fucking coffee. I mean, first of all, you could invest that money. Second of all, you could use that money for going out with your loved ones and doing something with your loved ones, or just something else that you're appreciating and something else that's important for you. For me, it's not about just the million. I think also the million isn't just that big of a number. It's certainly not enough for a lot of countries and a lot of states. I'm not saying you should be wasteful with your money. During the initial stages of my early retirement plan, I stayed in on most nights, ate on an incredibly low budget, and shared a studio apartment. But that strategy only lasted for so long. Based on my own experience and from what readers of Financial Samurai, my finance blog, have shared with me, here are some potential downsides of trying to frugal your way to early retirement. But I'm actually having a just underlying issue with the whole article there, which is actually like the first time I'm having that with the CNBC Make It site. But yeah, I mean, like, it is about my opinion. It is not actually about the article, it's about my opinion, I'm sorry. But it's like, why the fuck would you like to retire early? If you're truly doing something that you like, you're not going to think about retiring. It is only like a way out, quote unquote, out of the rat race, but there is no rat race. There's only like your job, you liking your job and you hating your job. And if you like your job, then of course, I believe at least, you're not really just looking forward to retiring. Kind of. Of course, if you hate what you're doing every fucking single day, then I mean, like, I would also just look forward to retiring and not working this shitty job again. You get bored. To save on essentials like housing, food, utilities, and transportation, you move from a vibrant metro area to a cheaper city, but after some time things get dull and you start to miss the tremendous amount of culture, diversity, and entertainment that were once at your fingertips. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I really truly can. But what about the internet? But I mean, culture is something different. Like, I understand that. You get lonely. While the benefit of reallocating to a place with low cost of living is nice, you find it hard to meet new people. Why? Trust me, the older you get, the truer this becomes. As a result, your social life slowly dwindles along with your network of friends and contacts that took years to build. This has nothing to do with being frugal. Frugal just means that you're not gonna just fucking waste your time, money. Which does not mean that you are just gonna do nothing all day long and only eat water. You know? It doesn't mean that, at least not for me. It's like, for me, it is about like, for me, for me, it's just about not wasting your money. Which does not mean that you're not going to have a drink with your buddies. You know, if this is something that makes you happy, then of course you should be doing this. This is like a game of happiness. It really is. You know, of course, well, I think it's one of the best examples. If you're having a lot of money, you know, because you're so frugal by not doing any fucking thing, you're going to be unhappy. Yeah. Even though you're having a lot of money. Guess what? Yeah. I do not wanna highlight that. You get lonely. I've already got that. Living arrangements become uncomfortable. To save on rent, you and your partner decide to live in a shoebox apartment. But everything is so cramped that you begin to feel suffocated. Also because there isn't enough room for personal space, you both find yourselves bickering more than usual. You miss out on real estate gains. Since renting a place isn't essentially cheaper than buying, you talk yourself into doing the former. But this ultimately means missing out on a home owner advantages like fixed rate mortgages, tax incentives, equity buildup, and profits after selling. While real estate isn't for everyone and doesn't always guarantee wealth, the return on rent is always zero. But you're just more liquid. Because you're not just having to use a lot of money for buying a fucking house. Which is the other hand, or the other side of this whole thing. You make less money. Typically, one of the biggest benefits of living in a high-cost city is having access to a wealth of job opportunities with higher pay. If you leave for a cheaper area, those options are no longer available. My advice, is it tough it out? Stay for as long as possible so you can earn your maximum income potential, then start thinking about whether it makes sense to move. Well, I do not necessarily have to say and want to say that you need to move. Like, of course, it is a good idea, you know, because New York City is way more fucking expensive if you're in a city than if you're just in the outer parts of city, as far as I know, at least. But you can also live frugal if you're in fucking New York, which is like, yeah, two things crossed out here. You know, the first one is culture. There's a lot of fucking culture. Second of all, like, you're just having a lot of opportunities. But you can still live with 20 people in a fucking studio apartment. Or 5 people. Or whatnot. You missed the window for having kids. I've met a lot of... No, I'm not going to read this one. But, I mean, like, yes, maybe. If it is something that's important to you, then you should totally prioritize that. To some degree. Like, as I said before, it's not about money, actually. You can't afford to have kids unless it is something important for you. Yes. The smarter early retirement strategy. First and foremost, adopt an abundance mindset. Know that there is plenty of wealth to go around. Yes. Stop putting all your energy into not spending money and start seeking and taking advantage of bigger opportunities. Your full-time job is your winning ticket to early retirement, not necessarily. So find something you enjoy doing and devote as much time to it as possible. But I mean, if you enjoy doing it, then why would you fucking retire? I don't get it. Grow your skills. Like, I do get it. Like, there's many reasons, but you know what I mean. Grow your skills, impress your boss, and build a strong professional network because I become the best in your field so you can get the raise or even get a raise or even better land a higher paying job at another company. Aim to max out your retirement savings accounts. This is one of the easiest ways for Americans to build wealth, so focus on maxing out your 401k plan, IRA, and Roth IRA. If your employer matches 401k contributors, at least contribute that amount. Remember, 401ks are pre-tax dollars, which means not only is it your company handing you free money, but you're also lowering your tax burden by a dollar for dollar contribution into your account. I don't know anything about that. This is my problem. I don't know, because there is no 401k equivalent in Austria, or I think not even in Europe. Yeah, I've looked it up. Haven't found anything, unfortunately. Invest your savings. Once you have taken full advantage of all your tax advantages, retirement vehicles, it is time to build your taxable investment portfolio. In my opinion, the two most common asset classes that will really help you build wealth are real estate and the S&P 500. Once again, hello, old friend. The goal is to make prudent investments that will end up generating money for you and on its own, so that you don't have to. Yes, this is the plan. But on the other hand, it's going to take you 50 years for 2 million or something. It depends on how much you're just investing in it. Potentially. Maybe it's even going to be more. Maybe it's going to be less. Nobody knows. Stay on top of your finances. It is vital that you know where your money is going each month. Try to maintain a fixed budget. Check your bank statements. Use a free wealth management tool to check your net worth, analyze your cash flow, and manage your investment portfolio. All these things will help you progress towards earlier retirement, at least at a much faster rate than any budget trimming will do. Sam Dogan worked in investing banking for 13 years before starting Financial Samurai, a personal finance website. He received a BA in economics from the College of William and Mary, his MBA from the University of California in Berkeley. Sam has been featured in Forbes, the Wall Street Journal, the Chicago Tribune, and the LA Times. I do want to just check out Financial Samurai. I mean, I do not free wealth management. Farm Together Review, a new investment platform. Why it's harder to get rich off stocks than real estate. Like, I do am having some underlying core issues with the article itself. I don't want to necessarily say that the information given there is bad. Like, yes, if this is what you're just going for. But I don't know if this is what you should be going for. This is my problem. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I feel. Why I failed at early retirement, a lost story. CrowdStreet, a leading real estate crowdfunding platform. If the economy tanked, would you be ready? Yeah, we could redesign this site. Could. If this is something that you're into too. But let's actually end up with this one. Well, as I said, I don't know if your goal should be early retirement. Even though it might be something that a lot of people are just looking for, which is maybe a reason why this article even exists. It's not about clickbait, but it is about people search for this, so I'm gonna write an article about that. On the other hand, it could also be about okay, a lot of people say you should live frugally, which I guess also makes sense because of these things that I've already pointed out. But on the flip side, it does not mean that you should live a life entirely that you hate to have. On the other hand, if you think about it as living a very extremely frugal life, actually not buying anything for 50 years or something, it's maybe not that fun, but it gives you the opportunities to use your money and make more out of it, I guess. I think that's just a way to just have more money, to then do something with it. I don't know if it is necessarily for retirement in terms of okay, I'm gonna live my whole entire life just really, really, really a shitty life. I mean, it should not be shitty. You should enjoy your life. You're having one life. I know, having the goal of just being rich and retiring early and all those things, I understand. I do. But yeah, man, I don't know. Have a job that you appreciate and or work on something and get to appreciating it and get to being passionate about it and just have a nice life. I mean, if you're having a lot of money but not a nice life, what should you do then? It's fucked up. It really is. Maybe even more fucked up because you've devoted so much time to doing something that in the end didn't make you happy. Yeah. Just think about that, please. Really, really, truly think about that, please. I don't believe in it. Why aren't you working? But yeah, anyway, I hope that I've communicated everything in a clear way. I hope I haven't been like too just shitty and shit. Well, yeah. I'd still say don't buy fucking $5 coffee. You know, you can do something more smart with that money. But yeah. I'm gonna see you the next time. So I wish you the best health, of happiness, and also success. And I also hope that you're gonna remind yourself when you're gonna be remembered, which basically means being just a nice person, basically, which is an amazing, important thing. But yeah, I'm also having 3 other questions, which is why are you here? What are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully gonna show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea. And yeah. With that being said, hopefully gonna see you the next time, and thank you.